Hey, it's Rav. Welcome to the Everyday Investor, the hottest real estate investment show in the world. That's right, I said it. I don't care who knows it. We've got a fantastic show lined up. We're going to learn how we can make money in joint venture partnerships. What's that, you ask? Well, you have to tune in and watch. Remember, whenever you want to make money, somebody offers you an investment opportunity, you always want to ask 4 questions to start. Number 1, what's the ROI, the return on investment? Number 2, when do I get that return on investment? 3, what's the minimum cash amount needed? And number 4, what is the risk? Don't go anywhere. The Everyday Investor continues in a moment.
The Everyday Investor has been brought to you by ProFunds Mortgages, Fixed Returns, Real Security. The Real Estate Center Canada, for all your buying, selling, and investing needs. Exteriors, providing you with full-service exterior renovations.
For over 10 years, Strong-Based Interlock and Landscaping has providing professional services to homeowners across the Greater Toronto Area. We are dedicated to ensuring your landscaping resembles the beauty you have envisioned. Our team guarantees competitive prices and the highest level of customer satisfaction through our integrity and commitment to quality landscaping services. For a free estimate on your next project, call us at 416-800-1585 or visit our website at sbinterlock.com. Whatever your interlocking and landscaping needs, you can count on Strong Base.
At Here to Clean, we understand that inviting someone into your home is a big deal. All of our cleaners are carefully vetted to ensure we send the right person to care for your home. We offer a variety of cleaning services to meet our various clients' needs, from small office and vacation rental cleaning, post-renovation and move-in cleaning. We will arrange a team of professionals with the right skill sets to tackle your toughest jobs and get them done right. Email, call, or text us to discuss your unique needs.
Hey there, this is Anthony Maniaci. Here at Maniaci Sobel Altbaum, we're a law firm working for you in all facets of the law. My specialty is working in corporate commercial law and real estate, but we have lawyers that work in all other areas, including litigation and family. Our practice focuses on service with a personal touch, delivering in-depth legal advice and guidance to our clients, treating you as people, not as a number. You can reach us at maniacilaw.com.
Hey, it's Jeff and Mark from Exteriors. Exteriors provides you with full-service exterior renovations, including roofing, siding, aluminum, and eaves troughs. We treat every renovation as if it were our own, guaranteeing impeccable craftsmanship. Exteriors Renovations. Contact us for a free quote.
At High Peaks Custom Homes, we understand that your family is unique, and your home should be too. We are dedicated to understanding your vision and bringing it to life with great attention to detail and expert craftsmanship. Contact us at High Peaks Custom Homes to speak with our design team and start your new home.
Canadian Real Estate Wealth, Canada's leading authority on residential real estate investment, can help you grow your portfolio, build equity, and find the perfect market for your next investment property. Available both online and in print. Canadian Real Estate Wealth is written by investors for investors. Each issue brings proven, practical advice on all aspects of your investor's journey: property management, financing, alternative investing, and so much more. In 2018, when you think ROI, think CREW. Visit CanadianRealEstateMagazine.ca to subscribe today.
The Real Estate Center is one of North America's leading real estate firms, helping everyday people buy, sell, and invest in real estate. By leading with education, we make sure our clients have the know-how and confidence to make informed decisions, allowing them to reach their goals. Through our vast network of experienced advisors, the Real Estate Center is able to provide a full-service experience across the entire country. Whether you're looking for your first home, an income property, or commercial investment, we're here to help. Visit our website at therealestatecenter.com.
Hey, it's Rav. Welcome back to the Everyday Investor. Today we're talking about how we can make money in joint venture relationships. I have my good friend Vitalii on the show. Vitalii, thanks so much for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, I appreciate you coming on the show. Of course, we met because you did some work on my house. You're my windows and doors guy, and have a few different businesses in the trades. But that business serves you. Because you also invest in real estate and have done quite well right in the GTA, like specifically Toronto, correct?
Correct.
And so why did you, most people would think, yeah, there's no money to be made in Toronto. How did you land there and why do you stay there? As opposed to, going to Aurelia or Barrie or, kind of some more smaller markets?
Yeah, so our whole business model is concentrating on the Toronto market because we feel that Toronto market is always going to be hot.
Yeah.
It's got so much more potential to grow. We're nowhere near, the New York or Japan or any of these kind of prices and markets.
Yeah.
So we felt that Toronto is always going to grow, and no matter what the initial cost of investment is, we still have a lot of room to make good profit.
Well, listen, you're a smart guy. I mean, you're making. we're going to look. I mean, you have a few. How many investment properties now do we have?
I have 2 investment properties.
2 investment properties. How many different doors? How many different tenants?
So 11 doors.
11 doors.
Yeah.
And you're doing that in Toronto. And when you were working on the house and you were telling me this, I said, dude, you got to come on the show and share it with the viewers at home, because just on one property that we're going to talk about, just here in a few minutes, you're cash flowing just on one property almost $20,000 cash flow, and you basically have no money in it.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, that takes some work. That takes, some intellect there. Was it an easy learning curve for you? How long ago did you start? What was your education to be able to do this? I mean, let me say it again, $20,000 almost cash flow on one of your properties.
Correct.
How do you do that?
I guess my education is in finance, so my background is in finance,
Yeah.
and I really found it tough to sit in an office all day. So I felt that I had to get out, and I got into a little bit of the renovation, construction. So the actual business that I have is I'm a general contractor,
Yeah.
and I've always been interested in real estate. I just couldn't find an edge or a way to invest in real estate. And then, a few years ago, I found a formula that really worked, and so.
Well, I think the show serves 2 purposes today. I think one, there's general contractors out there that are watching and say, hey, I may not be as handsome as Vitalii, but if Vitalii can do it, then I can do it, and so I think that's great. But on the other hand, and why I called the show, making money by joint venturing, is that's just a really fancy word for partnering. And so you didn't do these properties by yourself. You had money partners that came in that you said, hey, you guys put up the money, you'll do the work, and then we can split the profits 50-50.
That's correct.
And so I think it's great for the passive investor that's watching that may want to do this with somebody. And it's good for the general contractor that, hey, I don't have to just renovate people's homes. I can also renovate people's homes, but take that money and put it into real estate and have something for myself, later. So I think that's very wise. How did you get into these businesses? So right now you have 2 of them, correct? I mean, well, I know one of them because you do it for my house, windows and doors.
Yeah.
And then you're also in the spray insulation.
Correct.
How do you know how to get into these? I mean, you're doing well in both of them. So talk a little bit about, the trades and what's important to look for in a tradesman if somebody's, because today people are not selling and buying as opposed to staying where they are and renovating. So kind of talk about how you got into these trades, the importance of trades,
Right.
Your personal opinion. Can we use anybody? My cousin Vinny, throw the permits aside and just do kind of. So talk a little bit about the industry. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I've done general contracting for the major portion of as I was starting up, and then I found that there are small niches that could bring in quite a bit of value, and a lot of the other 2 businesses that I focus on, they take less time per project. So the windows and doors, you're making an order and you're in the house for maybe 1, 2, and maximum 3 days.
Yeah.
And then you get the money and you're gone.
Yeah.
And with the general contracting, sometimes projects could take a month, 2 months, 3
year.
months. Exactly.
I've been working on mine for a year.
Yeah.
Right.
You've known about it.
But not all trades, even niche ones, are equal. Right? You've got to be
Correct.
careful. I mean, it's even you could be a great guy, but if you're not using the great product,
Right.
it doesn't matter how great Vitalii is. We have to have a great product. We have to have a great door, a great window, the way it's structured, the way you install it, so on and so forth. Right?
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about spray foam. That was very interesting. So a lot of people are moving away now from the traditional type of insulation, and now they're doing spray insulation.
Correct.
And why is that?
It offers a couple of different things. So it provides an air as well as a moisture barrier for the exterior of your house.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are starting to use it on the outside of their homes, so they won't get any mold or anything that comes in from the exterior.
Yeah.
They're using it on roofs. It is still quite expensive compared to your normal rock salt insulation.
Yeah.
However, people are turning to it as a better alternative for insulation.
Well, if you're saying it prevents even mold from occurring, I mean, you can't put a price to health, right? And so can anybody do it, or is there a machine that comes in, you blow it in, and how does it work?
Yeah, so there's
like, can somebody go to Home Depot, buy spray insulation and do it themselves, or?
No, it's not offered. So it is a chemical compound. So there's two chemicals that actually combine together to create this effect where it foams up. You do need a very, very heavy machinery for it. So we purchased a trailer with this machinery on it. It was very, very expensive.
Like I said, on one of your homes, you're cash flowing $20,000. On the other property, roughly, what would you say the cash flow is?
I'd say it's probably around similar, even though it's a bigger home and has more.
Okay, so
more
on the two properties you have,
yeah,
let me not stutter. Vitalii is making $40,000 cash flow. Yeah. That's the cash that comes out after all expenses when the tenants pay their rent. 11 different tenants, you're making $3,500, $3,400. A month doing that. But like I say to people, that's not necessarily, especially in Toronto. I know that you're a single man, not married yet, with kids, but even still, the average Canadian salary is $50,000. Let alone in Toronto, it's going to be a lot more. So $40,000 cash flow is not going to allow you to live your life.
Correct.
And in Toronto, and so you have these other side businesses that fuels this.
Absolutely.
And then therefore you also use these businesses for your own properties that you're renovating and so on and so forth.
Correct.
So the purchase price on these properties, roughly, I mean, on one of them was north of what, $2 million? Like the one we're going to talk about?
1.625 is the what we.
The one we're going to talk about was 1.6 and change, a million, and the other one was how much?
1.4.
1.4, and then you put some,
but we were heavily invested into the
renovations and so on and so forth. You put money into those, and so this is where the whole joint venture comes. You didn't do this with your own money.
Correct.
You had a money partner.
Correct.
And always looking for many partners because you don't want to just stop with two properties. You're looking to do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that whole thing. Listen, Vitalii, thanks for being on the show. I'm so excited that you're here because I think it's great to know that we can still make money in the city of Toronto.
Yeah.
When we come back, we'll look at the numbers. I'm talking to my good friend Vitalii. Don't go anywhere. The Everyday Investor continues in a moment.
The Everyday Investor has been brought to you by ProFunds Mortgages, fixed returns, real security. The Real Estate Centre Canada, for all your buying, selling, and investing needs. Exteriors, providing you with full-service exterior renovations.
Canadian Real Estate Wealth, Canada's leading authority on residential real estate investment, can help you grow your portfolio, build equity, and find the perfect market for your next investment property. Available both online and in print. Canadian Real Estate Wealth is written by investors for investors. Each issue brings proven, practical advice on all aspects of your investor's journey: property management, financing, alternative investing, and so much more. In 2018, when you think ROI, think CREW. Visit CanadianRealEstateMagazine.ca to subscribe today.
ProFunds Mortgages and its affiliate Valor Capital offers expert service and funding solutions for builders and developers, offering first and second mortgages with a combination of institutional and private lending. ProFunds Mortgages and Valor Capital offer a full-service construction and development package with in-house engineers, developers, builders, planners, and the best of financial analysts. With the many years of experience and credibility, ProFunds and Valor would love to be your added value financial partner. Visit us at profunds.ca.
Hey, it's Jeff and Mark from Exteriors. Exteriors provides you with full-service exterior renovations, including roofing, siding, aluminum, and eaves troughs. We treat every renovation as if it were our own, guaranteeing impeccable craftsmanship. Exteriors Renovations. Contact us for a free quote.
At High Peaks Custom Homes, we understand that your family is unique, and your home should be too. We are dedicated to understanding your vision and bringing it to life with great attention to detail and expert craftsmanship. Contact us at High Peaks Custom Homes to speak with our design team and start your new home.
For over 10 years, Strong Base Interlock and Landscaping has providing professional services to homeowners across the Greater Toronto Area. We are dedicated to ensuring your landscaping resembles the beauty you have envisioned. Our team guarantees competitive prices and the highest level of customer satisfaction through our integrity and commitment to quality landscaping services. For a free estimate on your next project, call us at 416-800-1585 or visit our website at sbinterlock.com. Whatever your interlocking and landscaping needs, you can count on Strong Base.
Like people, businesses have their journey, their path, sometimes straight, but more often evolving, growing, and adapting. And like people, businesses' needs change, creating the need for knowledge in areas like accounting, consulting, and tax. Areas critical to your continued growth and success, all part of the journey, and all part of what we do together with you. So that when your business has arrived, it's ready to keep going. MNP, wherever business takes you.
Hey, it's Vitalii, Rav's door and window guy. Here are 4 quick tips when choosing doors and windows for your home. 1. Get 2 to 3 estimates from a reputable vendor. 2. Choose the right manufacturer. 3. Make sure you have a warranty. And 4. Get professional installation. To book a free estimate, contact us at torontodoorsandwindows.ca.
Hey, it's Rob. Welcome back to The Everyday Investor. I'm talking to my good friend Vitalii. We're talking about how he's making money investing in the city of Toronto with joint venture money partners. Vitalii, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being a friend. Thanks for helping me out with my own personal renovations. For those that are just tuning in, you have a couple of, your general contractor, have a couple of business, windows and doors, a new kind of development here in the insulation world, spray insulation. But then you're using that money and you are an investor. You're investing in properties, and you decided to go, a little high end. You didn't buy the townhouse to rent it out long term. You're kind of going a little bit more with some bigger money, but it's not your money. You're finding money partners to do this for you, and then you get to enjoy some really great returns. So let's take a look at something here. So what area of the city is this one in? We're going to look at one that you purchased for just over 1.6 million.
Right. In the High Park area.
In the High Park area?
Yeah.
And how did you know to find that? I guess you said one of your friends that helps you out and you take care of him, as you should, is a area specialist realtor.
Correct.
So talk about the importance of having a great realtor on your team.
Yeah, it's very, very important, and especially finding the area, finding specifics about a property, what I'm looking for. When I bring in investors, also what kind of returns and everything that we're looking for.
Yeah.
We're not just going to see 100 different properties.
Yeah.
We're seeing very specific properties that have very specific metrics that we're looking for.
Is your realtor also an investor?
He is, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the, and I hate to say it, but I have to say it because I have so many realtor friends out there and I adore you. But if I'm going to be in the investment game, then I want my lawyer, this is just Rav, I want my lawyer, my mortgage broker, my realtor, so on and so forth. I want them all to be investors as well so that we can speak the same language, right? I mean, and the reason why you're on the show is because you're doing something that's kind of, the step up in terms of traditional real estate investing. You are taking something that is not to its best use and you're putting hundreds of thousands of dollars into it, making its best use, showing it to the bank. The bank says, wonderful, gives you back basically all the money you take out, and now you're living large, right? And so I think that's very cool, to be able to do that. Let's take a look at, you've got 2, let's take a look at 1 here. So the purchase price on this latest one was what?
1.625 million.
So 1.625 million, and then your down payment on that, what did you put, like 40% kind of thing? Yeah, $300,000 or close to it, I guess.
Yep.
So 300K, and then in the city of Toronto we have wonderful land transfer tax twice, the city one plus provincial one, and so with your closing costs, how much was that?
$75,000.
$75,000 on closing costs. Mm-hmm. So your down payment and closing costs altogether is $375, and then you, like I said, we didn't just put some lipstick into this property.
Yeah.
We put some significant money into this to change the use of it to an extension, add some rooms, what did we do? To describe the property,
Yeah.
the way you bought it, and then describe what you did to it.
Sure. So when we initially bought it, it was a lady that was living upstairs, and she owned the business that was downstairs of the property.
So there was a business downstairs?
There was a business downstairs,
Okay.
yes. It was a salon that was downstairs.
Okay.
So when we came into the property, we converted the upstairs into two-bedroom suites, very high-end.
So she just had one. So
just
you
had
made
one.
a duplex upstairs.
Correct.
Two bedrooms. Very
Correct.
cool. And
Yeah.
then what do you do with the basement?
And then the main
ground floor, rather.
the ground floor and the basement we converted into one space where we had a very, very good tenant come in.
Yeah.
And the
So you
business,
kept that the commercial. So it was already
Correct.
zoned for commercial on the ground
Correct,
level.
yes, yeah.
But what did you change to that?
so
To that unit?
yeah, so we invested heavily into creating almost a shelf for the business to come in,
Yeah.
and they invested further money into creating it into their own.
Oh, so you even got some money from them because
absolutely.
they were gonna,
Yeah.
so kind of like
Yeah.
leasehold improvements kind of type thing.
Exactly.
So altogether, this whole rental cost
From us, it was $300,000.
$300,000. Okay, and this money is not coming out of Vitali's pocket. You had a partner, a money
Correct.
partner. We call that a joint venture relationship. And that partner got to enjoy 50% or however you guys broke it out.
Yeah.
And so that partner is the one that put the money in.
Correct.
Okay, so we have renovation cost of $300,000. So our down payment $300, our closing cost $75, our rental cost $300. So you're into this property for $675,000.
Correct.
Okay, so these aren't small numbers, but relatively speaking,
Yeah.
they're small numbers. I mean, we're in the city of Toronto,
Absolutely.
right? And we're converting this single into a duplex,
Yeah.
and we're making aesthetically the commercial part of it nicer, so much so that a tenant's going to want to stay there long term.
Correct.
Okay, so how do we make money on this? So your cash flow, once all the expenses are out, I already shared this earlier. Once the expenses are out and the tenant money comes in,
Yeah.
the difference of that in a year is
About $20,000.
about $20,000. Okay,
Yeah.
what's exactly? Do you know?
$18,000, yes.
Okay, so it's $18,000 you're making cash flow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. A lot of my friends, we do this and we make $300, $400 a cash flow, which might be $4 or $5 grand a year if you're
Right.
lucky in Toronto.
Yeah.
And you're finding a way to make almost $20,000 cash
Right.
flow. Fantastic. And the meat of real estate, the meat of it is somebody's paying down your mortgage. And so you've got 3 tenants,
Correct.
right? 2 upstairs and 1 the commercial.
Correct.
And so how much are they paying down your mortgage a year?
So $48,000 of mortgage pay down.
Principal.
Yeah, principal.
$4,000 a month
Yeah.
is getting paid down principal on your mortgage.
Correct.
That's fantastic. So $48,000 a year pay down. And then, of course, the property has gone up just naturally,
Correct.
right? Just natural inflation. In the city of Toronto, it's been ridiculous, and I don't like to use those numbers, 10, 12, 13, 14%. So in Toronto, what would you say it's gone up conservatively?
So conservatively, we're looking at a 5% return. So
5% return?
$125,000.
$125,000. And that $125,000, the 5% is on the purchase price?
Correct.
Of 1.625, okay. And so,
We actually refinanced in order to obtain this 5% at the $2.5 million value.
oh, so we did it at the refinance value?
Correct,
So
yes.
so I'll get to that, but somebody came along and appraised it
Yep.
and said it's worth such and such.
Correct.
And then you took the 5% on that, because that happened almost instantaneously.
Correct.
Once you've done all your rentals.
Yeah.
And so that's how you got the 100, it's good for clarification.
Yeah.
125,000 of natural. And then obviously we just gave it away. It was refinanced. And so the forced value, you forced it up how much?
$575,000.
$575,000. But you said 2.5? No, because the 1.625 plus the forced 575 is just shy of 2.5 million.
But also we have to consider the renovation costs into it.
Got it.
So
Renovation
it's about almost $2 million
Yeah.
of investment into
Yes,
it.
yes, yes,
So we refinanced it with the renovation cost already into it.
Got it.
At 2.5.
And pulled it all out, pulled most of the money out.
Yeah.
So you forced this up 575. Okay, great. So cash flow 18,000, mortgage pay down 48,000. Naturally it went up 125,000, and you forced it up 575, so says the appraisers, the bank. So all that adds up to $766,000. Whenever you want to find your return on investment, you take that profit, $766,000, you divide it by what you're in for, in this case, $675,000, and that should spit you out an annualized return of 113%. Not bad. More than double your money, you know, doing this strategy. And then I wanted to share these numbers, you know, with the viewers at home, but the actual numbers is you borrowed even your rental costs and so on and so forth. Correct. And so you're pretty much in, how much is real cash in this money as opposed to borrowed?
Yeah, so $200,000 is
$200,000
out of pocket money.
$200,000. So if I take $200,000 and I divide it by, or if I take your profit and I divide it by $200,000, I mean, that's an astronomical, it's north of 200%, right? If my math serves me right. So no wonder you keep doing this.
Yeah.
So then the bank says it's worth, what, 2.5 million?
2.5 right now.
The bank says it's worth 2.5. You have to leave in, what, 20% or so?
We refinanced almost 70% of it.
70%?
Yes, yeah.
And so you're leaving in 30%. So at the end of the day, how much money is in this property? When it's all said and done, roughly?
Of out-of-pocket money?
Yeah.
Out-of-pocket money, still those $200,000.
$200,000?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And so we have the mortgage on all the rest?
Yes.
And you're still making almost $20,000 a year cash flow, and somebody's still paying down about $50,000 debt reduction.
Correct.
So, you know, these are a lot of numbers to go through, but the most important thing is you had a money lender. And so that money lender put in how much for this whole project? It was a woman, you said?
Yes.
You know it?
Yeah.
How much did that woman put in for this entire project?
So almost 90% of all the costs.
Almost 90% of all the costs she would have put into this. And so you're looking to do more of this with money partners.
Absolutely.
And so how does somebody, because, you know, the four questions we want to ask is what's the return on investment? Well, we talked about that.
Yes.
Astronomical. When do you get it? Well, when we refinance, because you're not going to sell this property.
Correct.
Because then we get into a lot of taxes and capital gains and
Correct.
all that. But you want to hold it, but you can still get your money out by refinancing.
Right.
Right? What's the amount needed? Well, it depends on what you're doing.
Right.
But what's the kind of the risk? Like, how do you protect her? Is she on title with you? Do she put a lien on it? How does it work?
Yeah, so the way that we've set up the joint venture actually owns the property in a holding company.
Oh, okay.
So the holding company owns the property, and she's on title of that joint venture.
I see. And so that's how she's protected.
Absolutely.
And you show her spreadsheets beforehand. This is what we're going to do.
Absolutely.
And now you have a track record. You've already done 2 of them.
Yeah.
The other one is you know, just like this. We've run out of time. We can't go through that.
Yeah.
You'll have to come back sometime, please.
Absolutely.
Do this. Vitalii, thank you so much. I mean, this is why I love real estate. I love this word leverage. I love guys like you that are coming in to do this. Thanks for being on the show. Always welcome. Thank you, viewers at home, for watching the show. We've been talking about how we can make money in joint venture relationships. Go to theeverydayinvestor.info for more information to see this episode again. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Same place, same time next week, all that kind of good stuff. Honey, I love you. I'll be home soon. Ciao, everyone.